Hello, and welcome to Autism Talk. I appreciate each and every one of you that watch my channel, that shares my channel, that use the information on my channel. Please continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Autism Talk 01. Also, make sure you share with others. There's information about autism, special education services. Um, and if I'm not addressing something that you have some concerns about, please reach out to me, email me. I place it in the comments where I can address your concerns. Okay. Maybe I can speak on it. Or if I know something about it, I will. And if I don't, maybe I can refer you to somewhere and lead you to that answer or that response. Okay. Because I do not claim that I know everything, but I will try to find, information for you. And once again, thank you for watching my videos. They're not videos, watching my YouTube channel. I'll get it together eventually. All right. So today I want to share an experience I had with my own son, who's with autism. Um, and he's a teenager, he's a senior in high school. And I think I shared with you guys our college visit. We went to the community college, which wasn't far, and we did a tour and we talked to some counselors and we talked to people there on the campus, and we checked out the bookstore and the tutoring location and the Office of Disability for us. Yeah, Office of Disability. It's OSD, Office of Special Disabilities. I don't know. Anyway, there's an office with, for people with disabilities. I think it was OSD. Anyways, I'm not going to get stuck on that. But they do offer support on the campuses. And so my husband and I, look, I'll take this as part two. Oh, my husband and I actually took our son, to a college and career fair. Yes, that's an idea. Take your child to a college and career fair. It doesn't even matter if they're not a senior in high school. I'm always about exposure, okay? So taking the young ones, um, the middle school age, elementary, high school, ninth grade, 10th grade, whatever it may be, I think everybody should experience it. But definitely if you have a senior, okay? And 11th graders too, I would go there. Now I'm about to go even lower, like the ninth grade or whatever. But still, everybody needs to experience. And the earlier you expose um, people to things, our children to things, it gets into the brain. It stays there, whether you know it or not. So we took our son to the college and career fair, shared with him that, we were going. And he was like, oh, okay, but he's saying to him, he's telling us he can't leave the state. He can't leave the state. It's like, okay, I'm going to school up the street. I'm going to the community college. It's like, okay, you might be interested in something else. You might find out some information about another place, but we just want to go. Okay. He's like, okay, okay. Now, believe me, he doesn't sound like that, but that's my male voice. Okay. So we go and we enter this big exhibit hall, and they have lots of different tables with lots of different information. And so they have the different colleges set up at different stands. Okay. So they give you the information, but you have to walk over to the table and ask them information, and they'll give you the information that you ask. So we're walking through, and he's just, our son is just walking through. We're like, hey, you're not going to ask any questions or ask about any of the colleges or anything? And he was like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, I'm not leaving the state. It's like, but all the schools are not out of state. And he's like, oh. And so we're always trying to push our child to speak for himself, advocate for himself. Okay. So as we're walking and we stopped in the middle, and I see a table that no one is at, like it's a college table. I can't recall which college it was, but they didn't have anyone speaking to them, asking any questions. So I just, like, let's try this one. Nobody's around, so you can go and ask questions. So we walk over there. He's like, okay. So we walk over there, and he says hello. And so dad says behind him, what do you want to know? And so he asked them, do you have an art program? Because he's interested in art. And so the person was like, yes, we do. We have the such and such art. He's talking about how fantastic their art program is. So you should have saw my son. He lit up like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because first he was like, you have an art program. Next thing you know, it's like, yes, they do. And then they made it seem like it was top-notch art program. He was like, oh. So we loved it. Then he was like, did you ask him anything else? What else do you want to know? And so, he was asking questions. So we were proud of him for that. And then he even got the little booklet or pamphlet about the college and everything. And yes, that college was out of state for sure. So then we, that kind of boosted up his confidence. And so we start walking and went to another table. And it's like, which table do you want to go to? Which college do you want to find out information about? And it was like, that one was out of state. And you said you weren't going out of state, but you were interested. And he was like, yeah, yeah. So it's like, where do you want to go? So we go up to another table, which is out of state. He asked his questions and everything and got his information. So now we're standing back. We're allowing him to go to the different tables and everything. But I forgot to tell you, in this college career fair, they had a display or on exhibit some artwork from students from the different high schools in the area. And so that really attracted our son because, like I said, he likes art. He likes to draw. He likes to paint. So he was attracted to that immediately. So, we go and we're watching and we're looking at all the art that they have displayed throughout this place, which is grand. It took up time also, and it had him engaged. And he's like, wow. He's like, yeah, that's what I like to do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Things like that. So we continue and we go to down another row or aisle, and we see he sees a school that's an art school. It's just art, an art school. Oh man, he went straight to that table, and he was waiting his turn to ask questions. Now, mind you, remember the other tables, it was just him. Now he's going to a table where there are other people, and and he's waiting his turn to ask questions about the school. So it was his turn. He asked about the school. The school is in California, so that really made him feel good. It was still kind of far, but he even asked, do they have housing? And I was like, I'm looking at him like, what do you know about housing? But it was fantastic. We were really impressed. We were very proud of him. Once he finished going to the different tables that he wanted to go to, and he probably went to 5 different tables, he actually turned to us and said, okay, I'm finished. I'm ready to go. And we're like, are you sure? They even had the Air Force, Navy, Marines and stuff out there. And we asked him, you want to go to the Air Force? You want to be in the Army? He's like, no, 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 no. It's like, okay. So we got to the door as we were about to exit, and like, you're sure you're ready to go? And he was like, yep, I got all the information I wanted. So we walked on out, and we was like, I'm so proud of you. How did you enjoy that? He was like, yeah, it was a lot of information. It was like, yeah. He was like, and they had that art school. So the art school gave him a book, like a portfolio, had all these different pictures in there that really impressed him. So myself, we're walking to the car and we get inside the car. But in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, let me see what his actions are going to be. Is he going to get in the car and get on his phone and start playing the games or, scrolling the videos? Because that's what he does all the time, right? Is he going to check the sports scores or, what he's going to do? Or is he going to get into the pamphlets he have and the books? I was like, it would be so wonderful if he get into the books or the pamphlets that he has received. If he does, that means he's interested, right? So we get in the car. Remember, those are my thoughts. So we get in the car and we're, backing out, heading out, heading home. And I hear him in the back, like, I said, what are you doing, man? He was like, I'm looking through this booklet with all this art. I was like, yes. I was like, really? I was so proud of him. I was so proud. And that was our visit to the college career fair. We came home. He came home with the the pamphlets and everything, and then was even wondering, like, can I go visit the schools? And we're like, yes, like we're peaked. We're just geeked, right? So now that'll probably be our next video. We actually going to visit some of the schools, or one of the schools, especially the art schools. He's interested in that. So I say all that to say, go to a college fair. That's part of the transition plan. I did ITPs, your individual transition plan. That's an activity you can do, and not just for the child or the student that's in high school. It's an experience for everybody, because at the fair, the college career fair, they also had displays and what do you call those? I guess they're displays also, because they had oh, God, those things. The I was about to call a hoverboard. It's not a hoverboard. You know, the things that fly in the air, and they had the cameras and stuff. They had a whole little display of that and doing tricks and everything. And they had the fire truck in there, and the police officers and the sheriff and everything. So they could see the cars and stuff. So they have a lot of different things, not just for college, but there are not just for high schoolers. And it was fun. It was a lots of fun. It was lots of fun. So check out some of the college career fairs in your community. Quite sure something's probably there, or even some that are not in your community. I know when my daughter, which is an adult now, when she was coming out of high school, we visit a lot of the college fairs, and I was driving all over the place to different college fairs. Okay, so yes, that's one way, or another way you can expose your child in doing a transition plan for your child, getting them ready for life. Look, post secondary school. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope it helped you and your family, or whomever else is watching, or you can share with them, giving them ideas of things. And you know what? Why don't you put in my comments if you can come up with some other ideas that I can even share or express with other people? Okay. Thank you so very much. Thank you for watching my channel, Autism Talk. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you share. Make sure you get the information out, because you know me, I just want to tell everybody all that I know about autism, just due to the fact that we should not be afraid of people who are different from us. Okay? We're all people. Thank you, and have a great day.